Hello and good morning, Computer Science 7. If you missed this morning's Zoom, you'll need to work through this lesson and complete what you missed. So today we're going to continue our introduction to Excel. But first you can go to Free Typing Game and complete Typing Test 31. Remember, you need to record your score in your typing test document. So yes, we still are doing typing test number 31. This is week 12. You'll only have one day in attendance this week, and that's today, Monday. So go ahead and take your typing test and record your score in Monday. Please pause this lesson while you do that. So next we're going to do a little review of Excel. We went over this last class, but it's been a while since we've been in class, so you might not remember. So Excel is a spreadsheet program. It allows you to store, organize, and analyze information. And a spreadsheet is a table that's made up of rows and columns. This is also called a worksheet. I've added notes to your Excel notes document, basically everything that we talked about last class. So today what we're going to do is we're going to begin our skills check. We're going to do this together. In your Computer Science 7 folder, you're going to notice that you have a new document, and the name of it is Excel Activity 2. So here we are in your Computer Science 7 folder. Yours should look similar to this. I might have some things that are a little bit different, but later when you open your Excel notes, you'll notice that I added to them. What I want you to work with right now is Excel Activity 2. So go ahead and click on that to open it up, and you'll get a document that looks like this. You can go ahead and pause it until you find it, and then we'll move on. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to work through this activity together, and as we finish each skill in this list of skills, you're going to place an X in the box after we've completed it. So for example, our first skill is to open a new blank workbook in Excel, and we're going to save it as Partner Skill Check. You might be wondering why we're calling it Partner Skill Check. In normal times, I usually pair up students and they work on this together, and then they check each other's work. But in this case, we're just going to work on it together, and everyone is going to fill out their own skill check document. So let's work on opening that new blank workbook. So you're going to go back to your Computer Science 7 folder. You're going to hit a new Excel workbook. And then you're going to have to practice moving through the tabs at the top of your screen. We're going to, what are we supposed to name that? We're supposed to save it as Partner Skill Check. So let's go back here. And you know that when we're working in the online version of Microsoft, we can just go ahead and click on the file name, which it probably named book, and we're going to name it Partner Skill Check. And we're going to click back out into our document and make sure that it says saved. The other thing that we need to do, as always, is we're going to open in the desktop app. And then we're going to open Excel. Okay, so we've done our first skill. We've got our workbook open. It's called Partner Skill Check. So we need to go back to our Excel Activity 2 and put an X in this box. Next, click in cell B5. All right. So as we said, I'm going to make mine a little bigger. As we said, the columns are labeled with letters and the rows are labeled with numbers. And when we're in a cell, it's referenced as the letter first followed by the number. So if we were to click in cell B5, we'd come over here to B, go down to 5, and you'll notice that cell becomes highlighted. That is now our active cell. Once you've done that, once you've been able to find it, go back to your Partner Skill Check and place an X there. Now it says click in cell A1. We're going to go to A1, go back to our Partner Skill Check, and put an X in that box. All right, the next instructions. In cell A1, type computer literacy, then widen the cell to fit the words. All right, so let's go back and we're going to type computer literacy. And then we're just going to click out of that box. As you notice, the term computer literacy spills over into the next row, into the next column. So we want to make sure that it all fits in one. So make sure that you're clicked on A1, and then you're going to go up here into the column headings, and you're going to move your cursor until it's between A and B, and you get this funny looking line with an arrow going both ways. Once you get that, if you double tap or double click on there, it will automatically widen your column so it fits. One thing I noticed that a lot of students are doing is that you're not using the left side of your touchpad when you're clicking. If you use the right side, it won't work properly, so make sure you are using the left side. So now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and put an X next to that skill because we've completed it. Now we're going to move to cell B1 and we're going to type our first name. So B1 and type your first name. Make sure you click out of that so you're done editing it. All right, that's easy enough. We've typed our first name. Now it says go to C1 and type your last name. And if your last name spills over, you can do what we just learned and widen the column so that it doesn't. And let's go back to our skill sheet here. I'm going to put an X there. Now we need to insert a column between B and C, between columns B and C. So we want to insert a column right here. So with C1 highlighted, we're going to use the drop down for insert. Don't just press insert because that won't work correctly. And we're going to click on insert sheet columns. Once you click that, you'll notice that you have a space between your first and last name, a new column. So we've done that successfully. Hit X. In C1, type your middle name. And then we're going to add bold to computer literacy. The one thing you'll notice is that the ribbon is pretty similar between the Microsoft products. So if we're going to computer literacy, we're on the Home tab. And if we go in the font group here, we can just press this B for bold, and it adds bold. I'm going to X that off. All right. Center your first name in cell B1. So we're going to go to cell B1. And again, these are very similar, so now we're in the alignment group, and we're going to use the centering button to center my first name. And we'll go back and put an X because we're all good at doing this. All right, so in cell A2, we're going to type the number 85.579. Let's just do that first. Okay, in cell A2, we're typing 85.579. And then you're going to click out of there to make sure that that Excel knows you're done editing that cell. But now the next part of the instruction says decrease the decimal places to 2 places. So what that means is right now we have 3 places after the decimal. We need to make that 2 places without changing this number. So we just want to make it look nicer, but we don't really want to change the number. So there's a couple ways we can do that. We can click on this dialog box in the number group. We can change it to number, and then the decimal places is 2, and I can say OK. Or, let me put it back the way it was. The other way you can do it that's a little bit simpler is you can hover over these options here, and you have options to increase or decrease the decimal places. So since there are 3 now, we want to decrease it or make it smaller. We can hit that button once, and it will automatically do that for us. All right, so let's go back and we'll put an X because we've completed that skill. And the last one for today, in cell B2, type 0.02 and then format it as a percent. So in cell B2, we're going to type 0.02, and then remember we have to tab out of the box so it knows that we're done editing. And we're going to go back to it and we're going to format it as a percent. So the easiest way to do it would be to hit this percent button. As long as that formats it the way that you want, it has the right number of decimal places, etc. You can also use this drop down, and there's percentage in there. And you can also use this number dialog box. So if we just hit the percent right here, it gives us 2%, and that is fine. So let's go back to our partner skills, our activity 2. We're going to put an X in our box, and we are finished for today. But before you're done, make sure you go back to your partner skill check. You might have auto save on, and that's great. Make sure it says that it's saved. Or you can just hit this little save button right there, because I'm going to be checking to make sure everyone was able to do this. Okay, so that was all for today. I hope everyone was successful in completing your partner skill check. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at any time. Please continue to check Schoology for updates, because that's where you're going to know when we are Zooming and what is due for your class. So I hope you have a wonderful day and a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you soon.